Alright, boys and girls, July the 1st, 2025, we're going to talk about this Impact M4. Now, it's got a 700 millimeter barrel, 22 caliber. It still has the factory hammer spring in it, okay? Rear rig is laying, according to that analog gauge, 125 thereabouts. You see where that micro wheel is sitting? These slugs, you see them there, 25.5 grain, 217 Zans. You see that? It's pushing them about 978, 979. Okay? Now, I've got another one of these guns. I had it shooting Zans good. Or so I thought. Okay? It was shooting good. And it quit shooting. I got some Zen slugs in it, were 25.5s, and they had this new design label on them, but they were black looking instead of shiny looking. Alright. The gun, I shot some of them in it, and it just quit shooting. Wasn't shooting as good. So I took that liner out of that M4, put it in this one, and tuned it up and got it shooting pretty good. Well, here's what I noticed. You couldn't shoot it too many shots. After about 30, 35 shots, it would open up. Okay. Now, I shot this gun yesterday, late evening. I shot it 9 times at 108 yards, and I connected every shot, okay? Shot one at 80 or 81, connected on it. And I just got back this morning. I shot this gun 6 times at 110 yards. I connected every time what I was shooting at. And I was dialed up 10 MOA off a 50-yard zero. Okay, now why am I doing this video? Because you could be misled, in my opinion, like I was. Now, these Zen slugs are good, don't get me wrong. I want to read something to you on this box here. See what it says? Slugs come lubed with our developed Zen lube. Well, that's how I was shooting them before, and the gun was shooting pretty good, okay? With the other M4 with the same liner, I put this liner in this M4. Now the gun's shooting even better. But what did I do? And I checked this gun with the same exact tune, lubed, meaning slugs as is out of the box. It was the same lot number evidently, because I used them out of the same one of these things right here. See that? They come in cards of 100. So what did I do? It got to shooting bad, so I decided, I said, let me lube me up some pellets. So the evening before, after it was shooting bad at 50 yards, I put some of that on them. Alright, so yesterday morning I loaded the gun up. I didn't clean the barrel. I started shooting it. And after about 7 or 8 shots, it come in. It cleaned that barrel out. Alright. So yeah, they're putting lube on these slugs, but these slugs don't feel as slick with their lube on them as they do with that. You see that? That right there. I'm a believer in this, okay? This gun is shooting the best it's ever shot. Now I'm going to take you over here and show you a 30-shot group. But now I shot part of this group yesterday morning. I think I shot 11 shots in it yesterday morning, and I finished it up this morning with 19 more from a laser 50 yards. Okay? Now, I did dry fire the gun this morning before I engaged this hole in this box over here. Okay? So you may have a gun that likes these Zans and they're shooting pretty good. you might want to consider adding even this lube to them right here. Now, maybe there's something better out there, but boys, that shit right there, this gun is shooting extremely well, okay? To see what I did yesterday evening and this morning from 108 and 110 yards, the consistency, okay? And to see what it looks like in this hole in this box, I'm fixing to take you over here and show it to you. Now, this gun's putting out some good power with that micro setting there, okay? You see that I'm not bullshitting you about the reg setting, okay? I don't bullshit anybody, okay? She's a shooter, boys. This thing right here, you could tear some squirrels up long range on some less hurricane force days, okay? But now, that 17 HM2 that I have shot in the past, you know, wind bothers it too. Let me turn this camera off. We'll go over here at this box. All right, boys, right there's the hole. Now, that shot was shot yesterday morning. And that's where I had the scope dialed so I could aim at that aiming point right there, okay? So what you're seeing above that shot right there, you're seeing 30 shots of these Zen slugs at a laser 50. Okay? Now I got this old tape measure laying here. You see what you've got there, right? Remember, most of them shots went through that hole right there in the middle. So discount that hole I showed you in the beginning down there. You see that right there, boys? Edge to edge is a ½ inch, okay? Edge to edge, not center to center. Okay? Yeah, that's 31 shots total. That one down there was where I was my aiming point. All right? Yesterday morning and this morning. Now, when I engaged the quarry that I engaged yesterday late evening, it was off a shooting table with a more steady rest. This morning it was off a trigger stick from 110 yards, okay? No misses. Alright? Teeny bit of wind blowing, I didn't hope for no wind. I aimed dead center, boom. So that silicone is doing a good job on them slugs, okay? Tell you that right now. Now, I think the folks at NSA may comment they use some kind of silicone on theirs. And since I've got this camera running, just let me go ahead and tell you this much. That pellet probe in that gun, it probably helps lining that slug up versus a pin probe. But you'll get more speed out of these ends, and you'll get more speed out of a JSB knockout because of the design on the back with a pellet probe. I'm not going to put a pin probe in this gun. That's going to conclude the video.